Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, great to have you join us. On this channel, we discuss everything cybersecurity careers, personal development, and all important information that you need to transform your life and career and even business. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tolulope Michael, your host and a cybersecurity expert. I've been a cybersecurity expert now for close to a decade. And today, we're talking about the role of antivirus software in cybersecurity careers. You heard that right. We're going to explore why antivirus software is so crucial and how it can actually help you land and excel in a cybersecurity career. Grab a snack, get comfortable, because it promises to be insightful. Trust me on that. First, we'll break down the basics of antivirus software, what it is, and why it's important. Then, we'll dig into how antivirus software actually works and its different features. After that, we'll discuss the career aspects and how understanding antivirus software can give you a leg up in the cybersecurity field. And of course, we'll sprinkle in some interesting data and start along the way. Sound interesting? Good? Okay, let's go. So you want to ask, what exactly is antivirus software? Simply put, it's a program designed to detect, prevent, and remove malware. Malware, as you might already know, is any software intentionally designed to cause damage to a computer, server, client, or network. So, we can think of the antivirus software as our computer's bodyguard, always on the lookout for threats. Just before we proceed, here is a little fun fact for you. Now, did you know that the first antivirus software was called Reaper? Yes, it was created way back in the 1970s to delete a virus called Gripper. Yes, don't be too surprised. Even as far back as then, cybersecurity experts have been fighting digital bad guys. Now, also keep in mind that there are various types of malware. When we talk about malware, we're talking about a bunch of nasty stuff like viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, spyware, adware, you name it, a lot of them. And yes, I have an entire video up on the channel discussing this particular aspect. So please help yourself to locate them too. But back to the topic at hand. So if any of these types of malware find their way into your system, it is never good news. Okay. Now, for example, viruses attach themselves to clean files and spread like wildfire, while ransomware holds your data hostage until you pay up. Definitely not a fun experience, especially when you have this problem on a large scale. Recently, something happened to a company that they had to pay about $75 million to be able to retrieve their file. That is ransomware for you. Now that we know a few examples of malwares that we need to protect ourselves against, it's time to get into why antivirus software is so important. We're going to take a moment to imagine a scenario that is becoming all too common. There, you're working on an important project, and suddenly your computer starts acting up. Files are missing, your system is slow, and you are logged out of your account. Have you ever experienced this before? Has this happened to you? Okay, cool. For those who have, they surely don't want that to happen again, because this is a situation that will send anyone into panic mode, no matter who you are. Without antivirus software, you are practically leaving the doors into your system open with a sign asking just about anyone to come in. Like, hey guys, I'm open, come in. That's what you're doing. Now, if you remember the WannaCry ransomware attack of 2017, you would also recall that incident could have been much worse if not for antivirus protection that was in place. Now, speaking of attacks, do you know that in 2023, there were over 9.9 billion malware attacks globally? Let me repeat that. 9.9 billion malware attacks globally. That's billion with a B. And guys, guess this. Global ransomware damage costs are predicted to hit $20 billion by the end of this year. That's absolutely insane. And maybe even unbelievable for some. Some might not believe it, but these numbers show just how critical it is to have a solid antivirus protection. What we need to know, however, is the capabilities of the antivirus. Just how effective are the modern antivirus software that we have? How effective are they? And I have some good news for you on that particular question. Modern antivirus software isn't just about scanning for viruses. It's more than that. It comes with a host of features like real-time scanning, heuristic analysis, and behavioral-based detection. These tools even help in spotting new and unknown threats before they can cause any damage. Let me share a quick case study with you. Remember the NotPetya attack of 2017? For those who can't recall, it was a massive global cyber attack that cost companies billions of dollars. But companies with robust antivirus solutions in place were able to detect and mitigate the damage much quicker than those who didn't have it. This is one prime example of why antivirus software is essential. But you may be wondering, how does antivirus software actually work? One of the primary methods is signature-based detection. Okay, now to better explain this signature-based, try to imagine it as a police lineup. The antivirus software has a database of known bad guys or malware signatures, and it scans your files. It scans your files to see if there is a match to those signatures. If it finds one, then it takes action. Okay, now the next method is heuristic analysis. This is just like when we human beings have a gut feeling about something. Your antivirus software using this heuristic analysis can sense when something is off. It looks at the behavior of files and programs to see if they are doing anything suspicious, even if they are not in the database yet. Now, this plays a very important role in catching new and previously unknown malware. Then, we also have behavioral analysis. Again, imagine you're a detective watching someone act suspiciously in a crowd. Even if they haven't committed a crime yet, their behavior raises red flags. Your antivirus does exactly the same thing. It watches for unusual activities and flags them for further inspection. And lastly, there is sandboxing. Okay, this is like creating a safe space where suspicious files can be opened and tested without risking the rest of the system or other files in the system. If the file is harmful, it stays contained within the sandbox, and what that does is it protects your main environment. Now, let's talk about how an antivirus software can impact your career. You have probably heard it countless times before, but I will say it again. The cybersecurity field is booming, with roles like security analyst, ethical hacker, IT security consultant, and many more. But here's the thing. Understanding antivirus software can really set you apart in these roles. Trust me on that. Let's break it down. Knowing how antivirus software works isn't just about protecting systems. It's about understanding how threats operate and how to counteract them effectively. Okay? This knowledge can be a huge advantage in any cybersecurity role. If, for instance, you're looking to get into cybersecurity, skills like malware analysis, threat detection, and even incident response, they are all vital. You will also need to know how to deploy, manage, and troubleshoot antivirus solutions to protect systems effectively. Now, having this combination of skills not only make you more competent, but also more attractive to potential employers. So, what kind of jobs involve working with antivirus software? Let's start with security analysts. These professionals, what they do is monitor and protect an organization's network and systems, and using antivirus software to detect and respond to threats. I have a whole video talking about this career path, so you can check that out at your convenience. And then we have incident responders who jump into action when a cyber attack occurs. Often they rely on antivirus tools to identify and neutralize the threat. Another role is the systems administrator that requires this specific knowledge. They ensure that all software, including antivirus programs, is up to date and functioning correctly. And finally, there are security consultants who basically advise organizations on their security posture, and often they recommend and implement antivirus solutions as part of a broader cybersecurity strategy that they give to that organization. Now, let's not forget certifications too, as they come in very handy for any cybersecurity career. Any certifications like CompTIA Security Plus, CISSP, and CH are highly regarded and can boost your career prospect significantly. Make sure they are part of your career plan. Now, let's talk numbers. That's very important because in cybersecurity, numbers translate to opportunities. Okay, you should be glad to hear that. The global cybersecurity market is expected to grow from $150 billion in 2021 to $350 billion by 2026. That's massive. Don't you think? It's massive. Plus, cybersecurity professionals are in high demand, with salaries often reaching into six figures. The job growth rate is impressive as well. So it's definitely a field that is worth considering. And if you're looking to start your learning journey in a more structured and results-driven manner, our training program at Excel Mind Cyber is the place for you to be. So before we wrap things up, let's look at a real-life case study showing antivirus software in action. I'll refer us back at the NotPetya attack, but more specifically, its impact on the company and what we can learn from this. The company is a global shipping giant. It was one of the most high-profile victims of the NotPetya attack. However, the company's quick response and robust cybersecurity measures helped them recover swiftly. Now, as for the initial impact, the company's operations were severely disrupted, with their IT systems rendered inoperable. They couldn't operate, they couldn't do anything. Now, their response, however, is worthy of note. The company had robust antivirus software and cybersecurity protocols in place. Their antivirus software detected unusual activities and initiated containment measures, so that prevented the malware from spreading further within their network. Then, proceeding to recovery, with the help of their cybersecurity team and antivirus tools, the company managed to build their IT infrastructure within 10 days, and they restore operations and minimize the long-term damage of that particular attack. And in case you didn't know, rebuilding in 10 days is quite an achievement, because according to a report, on average, it takes organizations 277 days to identify and contain a data breach. Okay, this includes 207 days to identify the breach and an additional 70 days to contain it. So recovering in just 10 days is quite commendable. Now let's talk about a few lessons that we can learn from here. First, proactive defense. That's number one. The importance of having up-to-date antivirus software and proactive cybersecurity measures cannot be overstated. Organizations that had robust antivirus defenses in place, they were able to detect, contain, and mitigate the impact of this NotPetya attack more effectively. And that's just the truth when it comes to protecting against threats and cyber attacks. Now, preparing ahead is the only way to stay ahead. That's the only way. Secondly, we learn the importance of incident response plans. Having a well-defined incident response plan that includes the use of antivirus software is crucial. Companies need to be prepared to act swiftly and decisively in the face of such threats, because for the most part, once the problem strikes, that's not the right atmosphere to start strategizing, okay, because everyone is jittering already. So once again, having an already thought out course of action before a threat shows up is the surest bet. Thirdly, we saw the value of continuous monitoring. Real-time monitoring and automatic updates are essential features of modern antivirus solutions because they all have it now. Okay, these capabilities ensures that organizations can respond to new and evolving threats promptly, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Okay, so guys, let's do a swift recap of all that we have discussed in this video. We've covered what antivirus is, why it's important, how it works, and how it can boost your cybersecurity career. And now, it's clear that having a solid understanding of antivirus software is crucial for anyone looking to make a mark in this field. So, if you're here to do so, invest in a good antivirus software. Trust me, it's one of the best steps you can take to protect yourself and your data. And if you're considering a career in cybersecurity, start learning about these tools. They're going to be your best friends, trust me. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you have any question, drop them in the comment below. I will do my best to answer them, okay? Maybe you are even just curious about how to choose the best antivirus software, or you want to know more about a career in cybersecurity. Whatever it is, ask anyway, okay? This is the time to say thank you so much for watching. If you found this video very helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.